show. I am Turyatunga Rebecca Juna, and as we highlight on the role of women religious leaders in fostering national development, I host Hajjat Sophie Kenyangi, the national chairperson, Uganda Muslim Women Council under the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Welcome to the show.
Thank you Becky for hosting me.
Yeah.
My name, as you said, Kenyangi Sophia Safina, national chairperson, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Hajjat. What does the Uganda Women Council, Uganda Muslim Women Council do, and how can the Muslim young woman that is out there reach out to you in the event that they have issues around development?
Uganda Muslim Women Council started, it was an initiative or what we've been waiting for. As I speak, I'm the chairperson and also the managing director of Kampala Hospital. I'm a public specialist, public health specialist. I'm a mother, and I do other different businesses like Princess Healthcare. We do process drugs. So the Women Council started. We had a desk at the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. So there was a need, there was a gap. So during the course of reviewing our constitution under His Eminency, Sheikh Shaban Muwaji, there was a gap that we needed women to be involved in the structures of Muslim leadership. So as the President of Uganda supported this review of the constitution because he funded it, he insisted that it should be affirmative action where women should be involved in this leadership of Muslim and the youth. And indeed, it has this structure where in this 2022, we had the elections and the women were voted from the grassroots level to the county level to the district level to the General Assembly level. At the grassroots level, we have 15,000 women at different mosques.
Wow.
Then at the county level, we have 600 women. Then at the district level, we have 78 women. And we have 10 women at the General Assembly. These 10 women sit amongst 250 men.
Wow.
But at least we are in the process of the decision making. This is the governing body of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council of all Muslims in Uganda.
Yeah.
So to have these 10 women, where I'm the chairperson, that we sit as a council, we talk about women issues, we talk about family issues, and then even other development issues, and we present them to the General Assembly for consideration. This Women Council is very important in our setting right now. You know, before Muslims, women, they have different groups, but they didn't have the voice that would take this. Everyone maybe would reach the headquarters, present her issues, and then she goes away, then another one comes. But now we have this council that listens to all groups of women regarding development, regarding what the activities they are doing. Surprisingly, the time I've stayed in this office, I found out that these women are very organized, but they were lacking, or they are lacking that voice, which we are working on as a structure. Because in the 10 Muslim regions, at least there is a woman in every region. The 10 Muslim regions, there's a woman representative that brings the issues from these women, from the lowest mosque to the up. Yesterday I was in Bushema, where I had a women seminar. The women were very organized. They had the seminar for 3 days. And they were learning, they were eager to learn. They had their books, and you really see they were taking up points. At the end of the function, they presented their products, what they have made and what they have learned, like soap, making candles, making honey, making good honey into different packages. So you see, they need that voice. That now I'm talking to you about this. Someone there might say, let me look up to these women. They lack raw materials. So that's the voice we are lacking as women. So basically the main aim of this structure, the relevance of this structure, is to improve the women unity, to know their religion, to foster their religion or to know their religion, to bring peace amongst women, to bring them together for development, to change their mindset about supporting the government projects. Because sometimes, I wouldn't say all of them, but sometimes women feel, especially Muslim women, these government programs, they are not inclusive.
Yes.
They have their reservations, but this is what we want to change this mindset. We want to let these women know that these programs are for Uganda. We thank our president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for including and empowering women. Muslim women should feel empowered because it's not starting with the government of Uganda. It started a long time ago.
Yeah.
During of course, by our holy book, supports women. Allah supports women. It's not surprising anyway, but like in the holy book, there is the whole verse in Quran talking about a woman. Who is a woman? The virtues, the empowered woman, the relevance of a woman. It is there. It is Surah An-Nisa. Talking about a woman. There is a surah which is named about the Mary, the mother of Prophet Jesus. You know, it is talking about the woman. It is named Maryam. Talking about a woman. There are many verses that empower women. Verse Nisa, chapter 4, verse 7. It talks about the inheritance of a woman. A woman has a share in their father's home.
Wow.
Yes, you're entitled to have a share about your property of your father or your husband. Quran talks about dowry. It's not that it is, a mahari. Yes, we call it a mahari,
Yes.
A woman is entitled to dowry. She is supposed to go in marriage with her consent. For example, she's supposed to have what she wants a man to give, whether big, whether small, but that's what she wants. You give it to her and she feels she's respected.
Yes.
She's not going for free, She feels it's not that she's being bought, but there's something that she feels you give her. She is happy, she appreciates you. And in Islam, a woman must consent to get into marriage.
Wow.
Yes, you have to consent. You have to go when you are contented. This is the man I've decided. There's no forcing a woman or a girl to get married. See? So Islam empowered a woman. We feel Muslim women were empowered by government of Uganda, which does not discriminate. Myoga is for all of us, for example. They put the points which actually I gained as I joined my university. That 1 point.
Yes.
They used to call it what?
I think it's still through affirmative action that we got that 1 point for
That
us to go.
100. I was a beneficiary to join the university. Can you imagine? Because they added it and I was able to join a government sponsorship.
Wow.
University. So you see that we were empowered. The women organizations, they help. There's no that the women will be, like if a woman organization wants to support another one, there's no control that it's restricted or it's discriminatory. So we find the environment in Uganda is it's upon an individual that becomes lazy or institution becomes lazy, but the environment is favorable for us to work and to promote ourselves. When we come back to the structures of Islam, we are rebranding the institution. There's a professionalism that our chairman, our new chairman, Professor Luwaga, during this election that became our chairman, he's rebranding. He has put different strategies that we follow, the grants policy, and His Eminence is supportive, and the Muslim community is supportive when I go in different regions. In my time that I've spent so far, I moved leader Busoga. This time I was in Western Uganda. I was in West Uganda. The women are very active. They're organizing their circles. They are showing off what they are doing, and they feel empowered.
Yeah.
But they lack capital. They lack value addition.
Yes.
They lack capacity building. Like they produce, their things are there, quality control is not there, marketing strategies, they're not there, customer service is not there. You want to buy something, then the woman is the way she's telling you, Zino, then, you know, they need that capacity building. They need skilling, you know, to skill them in whatever product they are doing. So I call upon all Muslim women that I lead, that we have to work hard, we have to change our mindset. We have to look at this life positively. Because the moment you look at life positively, it looks at you positively.
Yes.
The moment you look at this life negatively, it will also bring negative impacts on you. You might be there and say, she's talking, but I don't even have where to start from. Yeah. Have you tried to find knowledge? For example, they tell you this group of women is doing this. Can't you go there and copy and see what they are doing and learn? They call different learning centers. Have you been there? The government has put they call them the incubation centers.
Yes.
Centers for learning. Have you gone there to register? There's PDM.
Yeah, parish development model.
PDM has its own reservation on our side, but we're working about it. The interest. But the president actually talked about it and said he'll see how he's going to do about it. It has that interest. So we are there, we are trying to encourage all women, Muslim women, not to sit back and wait for Kameza. Just stand up, be active, support education systems. Yesterday I found there are some women who are saying our children, they don't go to school. Nurse, have you tried to find avenues? Like, have you approached the DHO's office? Have you gone to these authorities to see if there's bursaries, if there are... Try. Don't sit back and say, I don't... Fold your fingers. No. Keep moving. I would say 90% of my education was from my mother.
Wow.
She did a wonderful job. There's sometimes she reached in a bank, she said, I want to borrow money. They asked her, do you have a bank account? She said, I don't have.
What?
So can you imagine that? That you see a woman is really pushing her.
Yeah.
So let us try to push hard. It is a bit. It is us. Men are there to support us, but it is us.
Yes, to also put in the initiative.
To make sure that we support our children, we support ourselves, and we encourage each other. Make sure that we work together. Don't move up. For example, me, I'm a professional. I managing director for a hospital.
Wow.
But I said, let me go back and serve my community in my religion. Why? Because I want to be a living example that we can make it.
Yes.
You see? We can make it. We can be professional, but at the same time you have community service you're doing to your community. You're adding value, you're paying back to the community. And these people are looking up to you. You find young girls, they come and, when you're moving or when you're in a function, they come and say, what are you doing? How did you achieve this? How did it go? Yes, you're giving back to the community.
Yeah.
It is very, very important. So I appreciate the fact that women in Uganda, especially, even I'm talking about my Muslim women, I did, that they are coming up and they're appreciative and they are doing their best to see that they they are somewhere. Yes.
Thank you so much, Hajjat. My question to you is, how do we get the sisters, our Muslim sisters that didn't know about the Women Council to reach out either to you? Do they still go to their district level, or do they still have to come to the Supreme Council?
Okay. In every district has a women representative. So if you're in a district and you're able to reach that district representative, reach her. Or if you're able to reach the county, most likely actually the counties and the districts are not far from each other. So you can easily move to the district or move to the county. Then from there, these women representatives in the region, they forward their information, their proposals, their reports, and what they're doing. Because we're looking at the reports. What are you doing, for example? Then what do you propose? What do you want us to help? How do you want us to help you? How do you want us to be part of you? And we're also looking up to them. For example, the other day I was in West Uganda, as I told you. The women presented different, and I was very impressed. And I was able to go there and see what they are doing. And you give them knowledge, you give them financial support, the little you have. And you call upon the government to support this. But the government has to support the organized group. When you're not organized, there's no way government will support you. Any person who would like to support you. There's also a function where I was representing the Right Honorable Kadama. And the women were very, very active. And I talked to her. She said, okay, we'll support these women. The Prime Minister, our
Right Honorable
Nabanja, she's doing her best.
Yeah, she is really doing a lot for the women.
She's doing her best, and we are proud of her. She supports, she goes down to the women. Yes, the Right Honorable, the Vice President, also she's doing her best. She goes to the women down, and you see that she's doing her best. And all the women, like I told you, you see, the President empowered women. See the structure of all the women.
Yes.
The Right Honorable, the Speaker of Parliament, the
Prime Minister,
the Vice President,
the
ministers at all levels. You see, we are empowered. So we don't have to lack what we call examples. We have them.
We do.
We should emulate them. We should look forward to them. And we should not disappoint them.
Thank you so much, Hajjat. So the women out there can remember those words and, look up to the women. How do we then mobilize, because yes, there's already a council for women, how do we then mobilize women to, to participate in these government programmings, especially the Muslim women at the grassroots? Because some time back they said, oh, we don't have the information. How do we ensure that the council that you're chairing is able to pass this information on to them, to be able to be, I know you've said the parish development model, there are a few of the challenges you're facing, but MUOGA, even when the processes of the budget process is starting, what would they want to see? How can they get into these consultative meetings? How do we then mobilize them for national development?
Okay, I would urge or call upon the government to involve us in their awareness, creating awareness in the communities, to involve us so that we move with them. They absorb us, so that, because we're also a voice of people, so that we move with them.
Yes.
We are a resource in the government, so that when there is a program, let us be empowered with knowledge about it. Let us know much more about it, not because I'm a community leader in my area. So I learned this from my community. So I go in different communities from the experience. So I have to also to be empowered, to be build capacity in me and in my structures, as the government should build capacity in me. I call upon the government to build capacity in me, so that I'm able to move with my structures down, and we create awareness amongst these women groups, so that they can fully embrace the government program and change the minds, their minds and their lockings, and so that we are able to move with the government to embrace their programs. Otherwise, it's a very difficult exercise without finance support. It is difficult. Right now, I'm using my little resources to do whatever I'm doing to these communities. I put in my little fuel, I move, and I don't have a bag. I don't have a desk. I don't to pick from. So I believe if I had a bag to pick from, or if I had the funding, it would be easy for me to move in these different regions with my different women structure groups. And we be part of the government, and we be mobilized for the government and for the Muslim women to move with the whole
government. Thank you so much, Hajjat. There is a new thing that we saw, which is Islamic banking, and we are all excited to what can we get there. So it's asking you that you give us just a brief about what it is, and can we also go and borrow there?
Islamic banking. It's a new baby in the house.
Yes.
It's a new baby in the house. There's a Financial Institution Act 2023 that has introduced the Islamic banking, where the Islamic banking purely follows the Sharia law. It attracts the investors to invest using this financial banking alongside the conventional banking. So it is new. I wouldn't want to talk much about it, but I'll just give the overview that I know about it. Basically, it follows the Sharia law, and it has what it prohibits and how the nitty-gritties of it. Of course, that one can be explained by whoever is equipped with that. So it prohibits the interest, riba. In this banking, there is no riba. It prohibits dealing in the businesses that are harmful to society. It prohibits the businesses like gambling, businesses that are uncertain. Like, for example, someone is doing business that people don't know about it. It's not in the code of the government laws, and So that's the banking system. It is a banking system whereby it creates transparency, equality among the society. It does not discriminate. Someone was asking, is it for only Muslims? No, it's not for only Muslims.
Anyone can go and borrow.
Yes, you can go and borrow. You can go and you can start it. Even someone is not Muslim, you can start it. But would really see that it does well in Uganda. It's a banking where people would think it's for only Muslims. No, it's for all people. But it follows the Islamic law, the Sharia law, whereby the most important thing is it does not take up riba. Yes. The other day, I had a chat. We had a chat as Uganda Muslim Women Council with the Islamic Development Bank team. And they gave us more knowledge about Islamic banking. Muslims should not go and say, because I'm a Muslim, I have to get money from this bank. It has its principles, it has its own guidelines that are actually very strong than these other banks that we see. Because they have what they call the risk reserve policy. Whatever the asset, the collateral you put, again, you have to put a reserve. Then you have to share the profits and the losses. If you have put there the business, you have put there of course, it has to be with security. You have to present it with security. Then you share the losses, you share the profits.
Wow.
Yes.
So if one makes losses, they still can come and say, I made losses.
They are following. Of course, they move with you.
Yeah.
The good thing with this bank, they follow you. Because first of all, there's transparency. You have to be very transparent to the bank. They want that person or that investor to come when you're really able to show transparency. Even if I believe that you're not able to show transparency, they use tools and instruments that will bring out all the transparency of the money that you want to use. So I believe there's no bank that can be made to make losses.
Yes, yes.
They always want to follow. They have the risk reserves. They have. So you cannot say that it is free money. I'll go and borrow. Though actually, from what I've learned about it, and the little knowledge I know about it is that it's more strict. It's very strict that you cannot easily get money and you go and say I will get disappeared. No?
And disappear out of Uganda. No, Ugandans, they are strategic. Thank you so much, Hajjat. And on that basis, we ask that, as you've said, that some Muslim women lack, skilling and all that. How best can we then ensure that within their groupings, their savings, we empower those groupings to be able to, to grow at a family level, also to invest? Is your desk or is the Women's Council having those opportunities, to get at least maybe funding or grants to be able to help the Muslim woman? If she's rearing her chicken, how does she now start, selling the finished product than just eggs? How best can we help the Muslim woman at the grassroots in their groupings?
We are writing different proposals to the government to partner with us in these women groups and the individual families. We are also looking at how these women themselves can group themselves and support each other. That's the first mode, actually. From your own group, how do you support each other?
Yes.
There was Nigin. Have you heard about
Nigin? I remember Nigin. They used to have saucepans
and support each other. So these Nigin and things like those groups wouldn't have failed if they had knowledge how to run themselves.
Yes.
So we are building capacity that when we find the women groups are running, how do we encourage them and support them with knowledge? No, knowledge is power. So that the little money they're organizing, today they give it to another woman, another day they give it to another woman. Then they find that they are strong. We are writing different proposals to the government to say that they support these women.
Yes.
We are also looking at the international support, if it is there. We call upon those that are watching us to reach out to us. We may not know you, but you may know us. Please, if you have any support, always, please come to us and support. These women are there organized. They are stranded. They start their group, then they give another person, then another person disappears. So they need to create awareness, to know that this is theirs. If it works today, it should work tomorrow. Then also to make sure that we add value. The other day we had induction, our General Assembly induction for different regions. We called upon the professionals from different government institutions, from NADS, from UCDA, from different the institutions to come and help us, teach us how do we run this. UCDA, how do we grow our coffee? How do we process our coffee? If a farmer has a garden, how do they grow this coffee? Instead of saying the garden, so sometimes they say the garden when it is still raw.
Yes.
And then they lose out.
Yeah.
How do we support these communities to grow their products and add value? For example, if you put a milling center in an institution or in a constitution, in a region,
yes,
this milling center can help these people. Instead of selling their gardens, crops in the gardens, they wait until they are ready. They take them to the milling center. They pack them. Then you create market for them. The market is there. The Uganda has a population now. How many? 50 what?
It's quite a growing population.
Yeah, it's a growing population.
Yeah.
So the population is there, the market is there. But we lack value addition. We lack the market. See, we lack quality control. Something that you have put out, it is controlled. So women there, they should not really relax And the Women Council, we are working hand in hand with these institutions to make sure at least we lift out these groups of women.
Yeah.
And also creating data processing. That every group that you find well organized, you organize it and register it. That one which is not organized, then you let them know what they're supposed to do. We are creating classified processing entries for all the Muslim women in Uganda, so that we know this district has how many women and how do they get support and what do they do best. Some people are growing gin, others are keeping cattle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hajjat. It's refreshing to talk to you and see that we are on the same page. We want to see women grow, want to see women get market access. But are there also opportunities for Muslim women to use fintech, or what are the challenges they are facing while using digital transformation that is just for Muslim women? What are the challenges that women traders are facing that are Muslim? Yeah.
Women, especially the modern women, are using the digital transformation. I have a group I'm on, but I'm seeing women are sending pictures of what they are selling, different products they have. They're having markets, and they're looking out there for markets. But women in villages, they don't have smartphones.
Yes.
And there's no even time. There's only a woman like yesterday who gave me her number and said it's on WhatsApp. So yesterday in Shema, there was an old woman. She told me this number is on WhatsApp. And I was impressed to see that she's telling me it's on WhatsApp. She will send me a message on WhatsApp. So I was impressed. But women in the village, they don't have. Most of them. Some have, but most of them have. Even those who have, they don't know how to use them.
Yes.
That I have a product, I should put it on WhatsApp, I can take pictures and I show my location, my prices, where I am. So we still have a challenge and we need to work on it to see that there is digital market transformation. Someone should know that when I go this area, I'll find this. I'm able to call someone, send me the picture of the product you're selling. What is the price? Where is the location? It's still a challenge.
Okay.
It's only on modern town women that are using
that
it.
are able to use it.
Yes.
And we hope that with time we can have digital transformation reach the village areas and women are able to do.
Unfortunately, there's also another group of women. For them, they go there to show other things that maybe they are profitable on their side, but I feel somewhere they are not. I mean, they are not economical, empowering to the society. You see, so we need to
remind them that they need to focus on economic empowerment.
Economical empowerment, not to go there and misuse the digital transformation and spoil the young women's minds. We find like some young women are addicted to the negatives. So we call upon those women to really follow up the right way, not impact on society negatively. The nude pictures, the funny pictures that they always put on social media.
Thank you, Hajjat. And my last question is, I have a friend called Aisha Ali. She's a Muslim, and she started, I think, a microfinance. And is it the thing that we are now going to do so that we empower grassroots women, the microfinance for grassroots women to be able to borrow their money and because we are seeing with Nigi and the challenges that are there. Do you believe that that's the solution we can give out to women?
Yeah, that's a good solution. Yeah, starting up with microfinance that is lending to women. It's the best way you can support women. Actually, we also have a women's circle, Uganda Muslim Women Circle, at the headquarters, and we call upon all women to come and do saving, so that we also reach that level of microfinance. We save our small monies. Then we approach the government to support us so that we're able to give women. You know, these women, they have ideas, they have the will, but the capital.
Yes.
Someone says, I'm failing to get food, salt in my home. Then I put the money in the circle. How do I really... I mean, you see that ADAP is not coming out. They need capital. They need empowerment. But the PDM now is in the village. The government is trying to distribute this money, even if it is 1 million. If you decide to use it and get control about your finances, then you're able to move. So microfinance is the best way to go to support the women in different levels.
Okay. So Hajjat, if one wants to come to your circle, do they only have to be Muslim?
That for now we're considering that. Actually, right now we are considering the structures, but it will take up all the groups.
Okay.
The circle is big. It's for the whole of Uganda.
Wow.
Different regions can always save. And we are buying a software as Uganda Muslim Supreme Council that will do the transaction even online. So that you in Gulu, you know your account, you know your bank, your number, you know, and your balance, and you can even deposit from there using your phone. Someone from Kisoro can do the same. Someone from Lila can do the same. Someone from Mugisu can do the same. That software is going to help us to promote us. It's from Rentico Uganda. They're going to install that software, and it's going to support us and help us do the saving in a modern way. In a modern way, and modern saving is the best.
So the women at the grassroots can just reach out to their district level to ask about the circle. Okay, thank you so much. And you're cutting short. What is your call to action to the Muslim women, the government, even CSOs and the private sector in regards to, you know, empowerment of the Muslim women, but also in Islamic banking?
I call upon the government and the CSOs to support us. We're an organized group. It can be capacity building. It can be funding. Women are organized. I've moved with them, and I've gone to their home areas and I've seen they're organized. They only lack capital and capacity building. Because when you give someone money without teaching how they are going to use it, then it is not, you're not empowering this person.
Yes.
Then I call upon the Muslim women to fear Allah, to do the right thing, to take care of their children. Family is very important. The other day I was with Family Network Uganda through the Interreligious Council. It is very important to keep our families, to keep our children. Children are going back to school. Let us don't leave our children with maids. Then you come home, you're tired, especially working class. You don't know what the children are doing. Let us put our hands on. Many things are coming up that are facing our children. It's a global thing. You know, use of substance that are affecting our children, different habits and culture that are facing us. So let us really make sure that we look at our children, we nurture them, not just leave them in the world to grow. We nurture them. When I see young people like you that are hosting me today, I feel very impressed. You know?
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel very impressed.
Yeah.
That's the generations that we want. Generations that we leave behind. And you feel a happy mother, you feel a happy father, you know. So I call upon parents, the fathers, the mothers there, to look upon our young children. Know that I'm living this world. How am I leaving my children? Are they going to be the trouble causers of society? Or there are people that are going to add value to the society? Then you put God first. When you put God first, everything really moves. When you empower and hard work, then you move in this society, in this world, positively. I call upon the religious leaders that are seeing me I'm part of Interreligious Council.
Oh, wow.
That are seeing me on TV, that will work together to transform our society. And it is doing well, Interreligious Council. It is doing well. It is inclusive. It is supporting us, especially us as women.
Yeah.
So it has programs for women, interfaith women. My chairman, Madam Florence Kutomede.
I think I know one person called Carol Idebe.
Carol,
Yeah.
Carol, our
Yeah.
secretary. So I know that women are being supported. If we use the avenues that we have, we will move a milestone. And if we appreciate what the world that we are living in, we will support each other. But we still lack funding.
Yes. The keyword is ensuring capacity building and funding. Thank you so much, Hajjat. And thank you so much, dear viewers, for joining us today. You can reach out to the Uganda Women Muslim Council at the Supreme Council at Old Kampala Mosque. Until next time, Turyatunga Rebecca Juna. Bye-bye.
Thank you.